Chosen ones, empaths, you will get over the narcissist, but the narcissist will never get over you. I know that if this has been a recent thing where you've been discarded, cut off, given the silent treatment, it can feel really heavy on your heart. It can weigh very heavy on your heart. But I promise you that you will make it through this. You're going to make it through this. And I know it might seem like an illusion or a dream that I'm trying to paint to you, where I'm telling you that the narcissist will never get over you. But you just need to let time take effect. You have to let time take effect. You see, we go through the days early on, no sleeping, can't eat, disturbed sleep even, waking up through the night, struggling to eat, can't shake this bad dream that we're in. You know, we're in a bad dream and everything's come crumbling down. And you see the narcissist off living their best life, as it seems. I promise you that that is an illusion. I promise you. The thing is the further you take this healing journey seriously, the further you go along it, the more the ball rolls into your court. The more it turns into your favor. You have to let time pass for the narcissist to truly understand how great you actually are. Because what it is at the moment of discard, they've devalued you to such a point. They've devalued you. They took you for granted. And also, you've caused narcissistic injuries and made, not for any fault of your own, but in their screwed up heads, in their screwed up minds, you've done certain things through the relationship which inflicted injuries upon them, which made them want to seek revenge upon you. And I've mentioned this before, but they've plotted to seek revenge against you for whatever you've done. Now, it could have been something as small as choosing something you wanted to eat in a restaurant. It could have been something as small as doing some extra hours at work. These sorts of things where you follow your own path in life and you choose what you want for your life inflicts injuries because they want to seek control over you. They want 100% full control over you, right? And where you're living your life in your way or the way that you want to live your life, you inflict these injuries upon them, which causes them to resent you. I made videos about this yesterday if you want to check it out. I made videos about it yesterday. The video is called "The Narcissist Can't Control You and It Drives Them Crazy." That will go into more detail about that. But what I'm saying is you got to understand, right? You are who you are. You were born in this world alone, and sadly we pass alone, right? We die alone. And you don't need no one in your life, narcissist or not, to feel fulfilled. What's happening now in your life is God and the universe is teaching you to stand on your own. It's teaching you to appreciate your alone time. It's giving you strength that you didn't know you had. Now, I know you might feel like you're at your lowest, and this might have been the hardest thing you've gone through in your life, because believe me, I've been there. And it really is, it's so traumatic. Going through a breakup with a narcissist, a discard. And it's the way they are able to just chop and change like nothing, even like you never existed. But if you let the course of time take effect, I promise you that while you're ascending, getting stronger, becoming more resilient, growing, evolving, spiritually evolving, developing, reaching higher heights, this narcissist is actually staying in the same position. And they're with their new supply. Most likely they're with a new supply. If they haven't posted it on social media, it's because they're too embarrassed to post it on social media. But they're with this new supply. And I don't want that to trigger you. I want you to understand that this person, this new supply, has took your trash away. They've took something out of your life that wasn't needed in your life. And eventually, the narcissist begins to realize what you were in their life. They begin to realize how important you were in their life, how much value you actually hold in their life. And this is when they start to backtrack. And I want to prepare you lot all. I want to prepare you all for the hoovers that will come in the future. Because you are inevitably going to get a hoover. I'm not saying it's going to be a declaration of love or a declaration of I want you back, I'm so sorry for everything I've done. It can be the case. But I reckon most likely it's going to be a temperament checker, a subtle hoover, something like, hi, how are you doing? Liking one of your images on Facebook or Instagram, or just doing something weird like that when you haven't heard from them for months or even years. Now, when this arises, when they pop up out of the woodwork, right, like a little woodlouse, when they pop up, right, I need you to be ready to not let them back in, because they're searching and they're reaching to check your temperament, to check if it's accessible, if you've put a stop to that revolving door, if you've got off the shelf and you're not waiting for them, if you've possibly moved on with your life with someone else. They're going to be checking for this, you know. They realize the further you get this healing journey, you need to take seriously. This healing journey you need to take seriously, because it's through this healing journey that you literally become your best version of yourself. You become the best version of yourself. And when you start achieving great things, you might start achieving things in other areas of your life. May not be romantically, but you might start achieving things in your business sector, work sector, friendships, family. You might start achieving great things in those areas. And it's at this time when you begin to realize that the narcissist wasn't that important in your life. They wasn't that important. And I'm not sure the timeline of this, because it's all different for everyone. But eventually you're going to get to that point. And one of the ways that you begin to get to that point, as I've mentioned many times before, is you need to understand that this person that was involved in your life was a counterfeit soulmate. They weren't your companion. They weren't your other half. They weren't your boyfriend. They weren't your girlfriend. They weren't your husband. They weren't your wife. They were a counterfeit soulmate sent your way to literally bring destruction in your life. They were sent your way for that destruction. And you're going to eventually hit the point, I promise you, you're going to be over them. You're always going to remember them because you're an abuse victim. A victim of abuse will remember their traumatic experience because you've been through a traumatic experience. You're going to remember it. But it becomes more of a reflection than a rumination, and you begin to reflect and think, you know what, I've actually gone and got this promotion at work, or I've been working this job now and I'm thinking about them less, and you know what, now I'm getting a peaceful night's sleep, and now I'm eating my 3 meals a day, and I'm getting through, and I'm all right, and I'm not coping and depending on drugs or alcohol to, you know, I'm not coping on that anymore. Or it can be many things, you know, and you'll realize that this person wasn't that important to you. And it's at this point when you got to start looking out. Sorry, there's a bug here. Let me get rid of it. It's really bugging me. A bug is bugging me. Sorry. Yeah, it's at this point, you know, when you start to make a change around in your life and you start getting better and you start reaching higher heights, that these lot want to try and creep back in. And they realize that they can't get over you. They become desperate for you. They become needy. And they won't tell you this from the write-off, but you just need to look between the detail that this person has moved on with other people and they're not satisfied. They've moved on with other supplies and they're not satisfied. The way that you used to make them, the supply you used to give them was so potent, it was so pure. They can't get this supply from other people. And they're never going to find someone like you again. You need to have this imprinted in your mind. So therefore, you're not disturbed when you see that pictures on Instagram or Facebook or wherever social media platform. You're not triggered by them with their new supply, because you realize in your heart of hearts that they're not going to find someone like you again. And by you knowing wholeheartedly that they're not going to find someone like you again, that helps you in your healing journey as well. That helps you along the way, you know. This healing journey is a beautiful thing, you know. Like, it's a real beautiful time. As long as you don't try and rush into new relationships, I would advise strongly against rushing into new relationships. I'm not telling you to stay by yourself forever, but I'm telling you that if you're not healed, it's a very bad move to get involved with someone else. It's a very bad move, because you might have before been able to break up with someone and get into a new relationship in a few months' time or whatever. It's totally different with a narcissist. These lot have took such a toll on our mental health, our physical well-being. They've took such a toll on that. You need to really dig deep and focus on your healing. And part of that healing journey is staying in solitude, is staying alone, is staying away from the distractions of the world, is trying to not depend on alcohol or drugs to help you cope, is try and stay healthy. Everyone's got their vices, you know, so, you know, if you do dabble in a bit of something, you know, eventually you'll get to the point when you want to chuck it all down, you know, or you might binge with drink or drugs, or you might whatever. But I want you to understand that the healing journey is not all sunshine and rainbows. There's ups and downs. You'll feel different on different days, but as a whole, the healing journey is a beautiful thing, because it teaches you to stand alone. It teaches you that you don't need to depend on someone in your life for you to survive and for you to function. These people made us codependent and made us feel like we need them. We need them to survive. That's how they made us feel. But you will eventually get over this narcissist, and it's at this point when you're over the narcissist. Many of you are still in love with the narcissist. Many of you still wish for the narcissist back. You really need to try and shake that. You have to try and... You're fighting a force. You're fighting a satanic force that's trying to keep you under this love spell. You need to shake that. You need to break that. This person needs to become your enemy, your sworn enemy. No one puts someone through intensive silent treatment, devalues them, smears them, who loves you. I made a video yesterday about how the narcissist is secretly obsessed with you. That's another good watch, because that's what we've got confused of. We've got confused with the obsession that they had with us, and we've confused that with thinking they love us. It's an obsession. It's an infatuation. It's not love. It's not what we're looking for. We deserve love. We deserve a pure love, a positive love. You know, we deserve that, and we will find that. And I want us all to search for that, away from the narcissist. You know, you are gonna heal. The days are gonna get easier as time goes on. And I always say time never heals. It's what you do through the time. What you do through the time enables you to learn how to deal with it. You know, through time you learn how to deal with it. It's a natural occurrence. Through time you learn how to deal with what's happening. And you just try and understand. Please try and understand how this person, they're not meant for you. If they were meant for you, you'd still be together. I know it's sad. I know it hurts. I know you felt like this was your one and only. But they didn't feel that same way about you. They are obsessed with you. Then they turned into a resentment, which I made in that video about the obsession. I'll repeat the title again for those that want to check it out. The narcissist is secretly obsessed with you. That's what the title is. You know, it wasn't love. We need love. And through the healing journey, you develop such a lot of self-love, self-care. You become so resilient, so strong, so liberated with yourself. And you become one with yourself, one with God, or the universe. And you literally, brighter days are ahead. You just need to just keep walking. Just keep the momentum alive. Keep your spirit alive. Don't worry. You know, we've all been through it. You're not alone. Anytime you feel like you're feeling alone with this, you can click onto one of these videos or any other channel. There's so many people that have been through this narcissistic abuse. It's unreal. And narcissists are so rampant in today's society. It's unreal. But anytime you're feeling alone, you can click back and watch on this video or another video. Because I've been through it. And I'm some years on now from it. And after through my healing journey, I've realized I don't need to depend on someone else for me to feel sufficient. You know, I don't need to depend on someone else. And what we need to understand is the narcissist isn't over you. They're with the new supply. They wish for you back. They want you back. They're gonna try and get back. And I need to prepare you for this, for these hoovers that come. You can't let them back in with these hoovers, because I'm telling you what's inside the mind of the narcissist. We're empaths and chosen ones. We're very rare. It's highly unlikely they're gonna meet another one, and trust me, they want you back. No matter what they're trying to portray, no matter what they're trying to say, they want you back. And if they don't want you back yet, it's because it's too soon. And that's why I'm saying let time pass and let time go along, because they do want you back, and they will want you back. And it's actually so sick that they have to go with other people for them to finally realize your value. But this is just the way the cookie crumbles. They have to go with other people to finally realize your value. They have to go with other people to finally realize your worth. And this is what happens to them. You see, they have to go over to the greener pastures and then find out the grass is not green at all. find out they're on some yellow grass or some astroturf, for them to finally realize that they effed up and they need you back. And you will experience the Hoovers. If you're getting the Hoovers, this is because this is what's going on in their minds. And they're checking your temperament. They're checking if you're moved on. They're checking how you're feeling, how you're coping well, if you're healed yet or not. Plus, they want you to be healed a bit because they want you to have that energy again. They want you to have that pure supply again. You know, if they reach out with a Hoover, don't... The best thing is to ignore them. If you can ignore them, it drives them insane. You know, ignoring them drives them insane. But sometimes I feel like if you want to say a few words to give you the closure, that's the best closure you're going to get, is uttering your few final words to the narcissist and letting them know there's no chance, there's no second chances around here. But as I made it clear, I made it somewhat clear in this video, you will get over the narcissist. It's them that doesn't get over you. It's them that is never done with you. It's them that tries to keep you on the shelf. It's them that wants to try and come back into your life. You need to be strong. You need to not let them back in, and especially, you know, even if you let them back in for a conversation, don't let them back into your bedroom. Don't let them back in. Don't be intimate with them again. It's going to restart the whole cycle over again. You know, they're going to feel like, I can do anything to this person. They're going to still be there for me. They're still going to love me. You need to destroy that love that you have. There's no love. See me. There's no love inside my body that I have for this narcissist at all. I despise them. I really despise them. And it's not that I'm in pain. It's not that I'm hurting. I think I look at them, the way that they pretended who they were to who they really were makes me despise them, makes me feel sick. Like, when I picture how I used to be lovey-dovey with them and stuff like that, it makes me repulsed. I want to vomit. You know, I can't believe I used to be like that with such a dusty weirdo. You know what I'm saying? So, just understand, I've had my proofs and evidences that the narcissist wants me back. And I know this is how narcissists think with empaths and chosen ones. This channel is made for empaths and chosen ones. We're highly intuitive. We've got high energy. Even our sexual energy is at an all-time high. We shine very bright. They're not going to find another you. They will never find another you. And you need to know that wholeheartedly. You need to know they're never going to find another me. They can search high, low, far, wide. They're never going to find another me. So if they're not going to find another me, they're not going to be sufficed. And if they're not sufficed, that means they're going to try and hoover. That means they're going to try and come back to me. That means they're going to try and do these temperament checkers, these subtle hoovers. They're going to try and get their leg through the door again. You know what I'm saying? You need to have this imprinted on your mind. You know this person's not your soulmate. You know they're a counterfeit. It's time that you heal. And then once you're healed, maybe possibly look for a new person that you want to have in your life. But now you've got this newfound discernment. You've got this newfound spirit. You're ready to see all the counterfeits out there. You're ready to see all the red flags. You're going to see them from a mile off from these individuals. You know? You will get better. You will heal. If this is fresh for you, some of this information I've said will go over your head. But it will at least be stored in your subconscious, and you may reflect on it in future times. Look, for you, those of you that are a few months out or even a year out, trust me, I had to give it a few years before I started receiving the hoovers. I had to give it a few years before I started receiving the hoovers. Because my narcissist was very stubborn. Some of you are going to experience hoovers sooner than that. Some maybe later. I've heard of people getting hoovers after 20 years. You know, they probably had hoovers along the way as well, but they had a hoover after 20 years. Like, These narcissists are never done with us. So please, people, just be prepared for these hoovers and do not let them back in. So anyway, thank you for watching today. Please press the like and the subscribe button. If you'd like to donate to the channel, you can find the link in the description box. And if you'd like a one-to-one session with myself, you can also find the link in the description box. Currently, I've got the secondary channel, the spiritual channel. So anyway, I'll be back with another video soon. Peace.